Hey, what's up, everyone? In this video, we're going to be diving into the future of real estate here in the Kansas City Northland. And if you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am Big Mike. I'm a local Kansas City real estate agent specializing up here in the Kansas City Northland area. And in this video, we're going to be discussing some of the key topics about the rising demand, the future developments, some infrastructure improvements, and then also some investment opportunities. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, think about the Kansas City Northland for when that time does arrive. So the first one on this list is the major growth and development projections. So over the last decade, Kansas City Northland has seen absolutely significant growth, and it doesn't look like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. And with the projections of just some of the housing developments that's going up here and all the shops that are coming and all the developments that are happening with the infrastructure, these housing prices are only going to go up. It's hard when you add a bunch of expensive items around housing for it to stay low. So it actually has a lot of affordable houses getting put in, but on top of that, all the older houses that have the square footage are just going to continue to rise and rise. Now, if you're wondering why the significant growth, well, over the last 5 years, the Kansas City Real Estate Agents Association has announced that 10% population growth has just happened in the Kansas City Northland alone. In the last 5 years alone, the Kansas City Northland per KCRAR information has announced that we have grown 10% in population just in the last 5 years, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, it doesn't make it that much easier to find an affordable starter home, but the sooner you get, like, you get in where you fit in, from buying a house that has a lot of square footage that you can go ahead and update, is probably the best bang for your buck in today's time. A couple of the big developments going on. So we got the Shoal Creek Valley and then we got Fountain Hills. And these are just a couple of the prime examples of places going up here in the Kansas City area that are not only getting massive, rapid residential development, but they're also seeing single family houses, townhouses, luxury properties, and they have such a diverse demand for buyers. Two of the main areas that are experiencing rapid growth, we got Shoal Creek Valley and we got Fountain Hills. Now, these two places also have so many buyers getting attracted to it. So you get a little bit of the luxury properties around, you get the townhouses, you get the single family homes, you get such a wide verse that only is driving so much demand for buyers to come to the area. So if you are looking to make a move, it may be a time to really start looking at the Northland. So these upcoming infrastructure projects. So one of the biggest factors influencing the Kansas City Northland area is the commute times. So the quicker you can get to downtown, the more appealing the Northland actually does look, and because it improves accessibility and it's only going to increase property values. We got the I-29 widening project, which is actually already underway, but it should cut down getting from the Northland to downtown to about 20 minutes. On top of that, this last year, we've had the KCI airport finally open up. It was a $1.5 billion project, and it's going to make more people look at the Kansas City Northland who travels a lot. So basically anywhere in the Northland, you're about 20 minutes from the airport by maximum value. And it's already attracting new businesses up by the airport. It's attracting people that travel frequently because of the lower prices of Kansas City has to offer. It has so many different job opportunities in the logistics standpoint, and then tech and travel related industries. I mean, this is what's making Kansas City like the number one hub for people that are like nomad workers or doesn't have to come into an office every single day. This last year, we're supposed to be closing here soon the Buck O'Neill Bridge. So the Buck O'Neill Bridge is just basically going to benefit people from Parkville and Briarcliff that head to downtown every single day for their job. And it's going to cut down commute times by 10 to 15% is what the expectations are, but we never know. So the two top places that are going to be benefiting most from all of this infrastructure is definitely Platte City, Riverside, Parkville, Kansas City Northland, maybe the west side of the Northland. Basically, if you're going to be using 169 going south, maybe Smithville. Those are the places that are going to be benefiting the most off of all this infrastructure, that side of the Kansas City Northland part of the city. This is creating a problem for the affordable homes factor up here in the Kansas City Northland. So for years, the Northland has had affordable housing, but as demand continues to grow and people continue to know about the Northland, prices have only been increasing at a faster pace than everywhere else in the Kansas City Northland. So according to KCRAR, the Kansas City Real Estate Realtors Association, the median home price in the Northland is currently $275,000, but it's risen 7% year over year, which with a lot of the cities across the United States, they've had significant drops. So the Kansas City Northland continue just to rise and rise and rise. Tells me that it doesn't matter the price, people still know value, and price per square foot in Kansas City Northland hasn't been going up significantly compared to other places. So places like Liberty, Gladstone, Parkville, these places are everyone's flocking to the Northland for all the use you can do, and then the price per square foot being so significantly lower than most other places across the United States. Now, this wouldn't be a video if I didn't tell you the opposite. So if you were looking for more affordable housing, that you're not touching your neighbor, that you have a little bit of land, maybe have a fence, have a dog, have that suburban lifestyle, places like Smithville and Kearney are still getting attention from people, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. So you can get a single family house for about $300,000 with ease, and you can raise a family in it. It's very, very easy to do. And these places have only been continued to go up because as people from downtown move to the suburbs, Parkville, Liberty, north side of Kansas City, those people in those areas find it too congested. They're going to start moving to Platte City, Liberty, or Smithville, Kearney, and then as it just continues to move out, move out, move out, and that's how the city grows. So if you are a first-time home buyer or you are an investor, Kansas City Northland may be a spot to just pick up something and just wait. Now, if you're looking for a quick flip, never really happens that way in real estate. But if you are looking for, let's say, a long-term investment, I don't think you could possibly fail in any of these southern parts of the Kansas City Northland area. You almost can, if you buy something even if you can break even every month for the rent, you'll be set for life. Retail and commercial development is booming. So the commercial growth is actually growing significantly up here in the Northland. And one of the most exciting things going on is the Zona Rosa expansion project. So they're actually throwing in more shopping district over in Zona Rosa, which is just north side of Parkville. And they're adding new retailers, restaurants, and even office spaces. And I think they actually have apartments going in there. So as more people continue to move to that area, it's only going to raise the price more and more and more. Another one on this list is the Briarcliff Village. So Briarcliff has always been old, but they're expanding it so significantly, kind of catering to that more luxury style person up in the Northland. And the last one on this list is the Kearney Retail Center. So Kearney's always been kind of more of a rural community. Well, they're actually adding on 200,000 square foot retail center, and it's planning on bringing in some big box stores. So not only can people of Kearney stay closer and keep the income in Kearney, but also all the benefits off of the property values. When you add a lot of storing, it provides more jobs, it provides more housing opportunities, it provides more of a need for more houses nearby. So as commercial develops, think about these things that I mentioned, and the quality of life up here in the North End was only going to improve. So buyers who prioritize the amenities and the proximity to shopping, you should really focus on these areas that I mentioned, because it's not going to stay this cheap for that long. Now, let's say you aren't a first-time home buyer, but you're more on the luxury living side of things. So the Northland is actually focusing on more of the luxury living, and they're adding on more country clubs, more private golf courses, more custom-built homes. They're larger lots. They have nicer finishes. There's communities like the National, Wrist Lake, Thousand Oaks is starting to get to that point. There's Copperleaf over in Liberty. And with all these luxury style home communities being so close to downtown, you get all the suburb style life without having to be so close to your neighbor. On top of that, not a significant amount of traffic compared to downtown. And on top of that, it's just a lot more quieter up here in the Northland. With more and more executives and professionals looking for luxury style upscale options, the Northland's seeing some brand new developments focused on luxury living. And more gated communities, more custom built homes, you name it. There's a lot of luxury going in up here because we've always catered to cheaper style homes. So they're building it up a lot nicer. So if you are looking for high-end homes. I can definitely help you with that. Northland offers a better price per square foot than most of the Kansas City area and definitely beats Leawood and Overland Park as far as how far does your dollar stretch compared to these other more established places. So you get way more house with about the same distance as everything else. So investment opportunities, why buyers and investors should act now. So why the Northland is a smart long-term investment with all these factors that I mentioned. The residential growth is only going up, new infrastructure is only getting bigger and bigger, there's a rising demand, the retail setting is on expansion. It's absolutely clear that the Kansas City Northland area is going to be a strong investment for years to come. Home values are projected to continue rising, especially more amenities and job opportunities move into the area. Over the past 3 years, homes in the Northland have appreciated by 6% annually on average, compared to the 3% and 3.5% of Kansas City. And that's according to the KCRAR. This trend's expected to continue and not slow down because of all the infrastructure projects going up here in the Northland. Neighborhoods like Briarcliff, Parkville, Liberty, places undervalued Smithville, Platte City are starting to show strong potential as new development opportunities and retail projects come along. So if you are an investor, you're looking to make a smart move, check out the Kansas City Northland. So there you have it. That is the future of real estate in the Kansas City Northland area, and it's absolutely looking bright. As a reminder, I'm Big Mike. I'm your local Kansas City real estate agent specializing up here in the Kansas City Northland area. Feel free to reach out to me night or day. I'd love to help you and your family make a serious move around the Kansas City Northland area. So until next time, remember, Big Mike is out.